So, for the moment, you can bring your cups of tea. It's fine. Just keep hold of them. Don't let the water spill on the floor. So, do you remember last week when we did that crazy thing with the marshmallows and it was all about the object and the qualities and the properties you can detect in the object? So now we're going to turn it on its head a little bit. Because when you're engaged in awareness through movement, your experiences arise from inside the body, and the object is you. And in that scheme of things that I think we talked about, or I introduced in the last segment, that progress from the impossible to the possible, from the possible to the easy, from the easy to the elegant, and then from the elegant to the aesthetically pleasing. Did we go through that? Remember, I walked through the room. Don't you remember? I kind of went up the room and then back again. And hey, you do remember that? Let's see what you remember. That's good. Yeah. So that is a line of progress. Someone asks you to do something and you go, that's not possible. No way. That's not happening. I can't do that. And then all of a sudden, you make that little leap from the impossible to the possible. And it's certainly not elegant, and it's certainly none of the above. It might be quite effortful, but then at least you're in the realm of possibilities. And then you kind of hang around in there, do a few more lessons, and then you shift a little bit from the possible. Now it starts to feel a little bit easy. It's like, oh yeah, this is a little bit less work, a little lighter. And then from that place, you move off into, this is starting to feel quite elegant. And, you know, in the field of science and in the field of elegance means it's just so simple. Nothing else is needed. It's just that one thing. All the unnecessary stuff has been gotten rid of. Nothing working against it. Just beautiful, elegant. And then from that place, it shifts to another realm that in human experience we usually associate with the creative arts, the feeling of aesthetics. You look at a painting and you don't analyze the brushstrokes, or if you are an expert, you might analyze the brushstrokes and go, oh, look at the beauty of that stroke. But if you're not an expert like me, you look at the painting, you go, wow, I really love that. That's an aesthetic experience. Or you look at a dance work, or you listen to a piece of music, or you see someone do something, you go, that is really beautiful. That is where Feldenkrais is trying to take you with these lessons. Right from the impossible all the way through to creating a movement that you experience in yourself, that you go, this is just a beautiful, total aesthetic experience. I like that. Wouldn't want to trade that for the world. Yep. So to get a feel for what that is, we're going to engage with a little bit of music, because it seems that music somehow moves many of us towards an aesthetic experience. Now, it might not be your taste in music, or it might be your taste in music, I don't know, but there's several different selections. So the whole intent of this next process is for you to just become a listening being and see, where does that act of listening take you in terms of your own internal experience? Not necessarily judging how well the music's played or whatever, but where does that take you? In the same way that if you was to sit on a table like this and do this kind of movement, could you do this kind of movement that creates that kind of same aesthetic experience? But we're using the movement, the music, to take us there. So this is a chance not to have to turn your head anymore, not to have to circle your ribs, to sit or lie or be in whatever position you like, and just turn your attention to the kinds of experiences that arise inside you as you listen to the music. Because as much as that object you are handling can create an aesthetic experience, because some blind people, when they touch a sculpture, they really get a sense of an aesthetic experience. But rather than being outside of you, you are now totally paying attention to the inside. Make sense? All right. Make yourself comfortable. Maybe some of you will snooze off. I don't know.